Aloha, this is Emily Thoreau-Threat, host of the Grief and Happiness podcast. Every Friday, I share with you my love notes, giving you a little something to think about as you navigate your grief journey, finding happiness expanding along your way. Every Tuesday, I post my regular podcast, sharing wonderful conversations with people you can relate to and offer you encouraging ideas and helpful inspiration. And I invite you to our Grief and Happiness Alliance gatherings for free every week on Zoom. Information provided in the show notes. Aloha. My podcast for you today is Someone Else's Loss. Saying the right things to someone who's grieving can be a challenge in the awkwardness following death. Sometimes people just don't know what to say. So many times they don't say anything. And I guarantee that's not helpful. The most likely thing someone will say is, "I'm sorry for your loss." I remember years ago when the phrase, "have a nice day," got popular all of a sudden. When you parted company with anyone, they were likely to say, "have a nice day." At first, I thought it was a pleasant thing for people to do until it became a constant drone that lost its meaning. That's where "I'm sorry for your loss" is now. People seem to think that anytime they hear someone has died, those words must be spoken out of courtesy before anything else is said. I would really love if no one ever said "I'm sorry for your loss" again. Just saying these words doesn't help anything, except maybe for the person saying them that feels that their obligation is now out of the way. I heard a veteran say that she felt the same way about "thank you for your service." She said, if that person was so grateful, they'd give me a job and then I'd feel the gratitude. I've heard that for military personnel and veterans, the better thing to say is "never forget." I like that. If someone said something like, "I'll never forget Ron and what a special person he was," I would appreciate that thought. And don't let your discomfort get in the way of showing your friend who needs you. With society's attitude towards death, it's easy to run the other way when it occurs, but that doesn't help your friend who's experiencing the worst time of his or her life right now, and it doesn't help you. Step up, be brave, and do what you can for your friend. And you may not need to say anything, just listen and bring chocolate. Here's a list of things that would be good for you to express to your friend. Acknowledge the pain. Sometimes the griever will think that they are the only one who's ever hurt like this. Tell them that their pain is real and that we all experience it at times in our lives. And let them know that you would be happy to listen. Tell them that you don't know what to say and that you care and that you love them. Or tell them your favorite thing you remember about the person who died, their smile, their laugh, or events you shared. Tell them anything positive you can remember. Let them know you'll listen, then listen, without judgment or advice. Sometimes we just need to express what we're feeling and know that someone hears us. Tell them that you'd be happy to come stay with them for a few days or longer, if you can. Tell them to talk to you about their loved one in any time they want to. Tell them that they don't have to talk, that you'll just sit there and be there for them. Tell them you're sorry that they have to go through this. Tell them you know that they're in your prayers. There are lots more things you can say. Just express yourself from the heart. Trust that you will know what to say. Be honest, be kind, be loving, and the best words will come up for you. Keep in mind that when you're expressing yourself or offering advice, that what you say needs to be about the person you're talking to. What else can you do to help? My best answer is something. The thing I heard more than anything else was, "just let me know if you need anything." Please stop saying this now. They aren't going to call you. And if they do, it's likely to be at a point that they really need you right then, and you may not be available. Instead, be proactive. Take them food or flowers or little gifts or for months after the death. Let them know that they're remembered. If you're taking food to someone who lives alone, a giant casserole is not a good idea. But that casserole divided into individual servings and wrapped for the freezer would be much appreciated. Sometimes we let our fear hinder us from doing what we would like to do or what we think is best. This is not the time to let fear get in your way. Go to your friend and offer to listen, offer to help, offer to just be there. The most important thing to do is to stay in touch, share your love and support, and make the most of this very special time. Thanks for listening, and be sure to order your Grief and Happiness Handbook and cards on Amazon. All profit from these sales go directly to the Grief and Happiness Alliance nonprofit organization to support these podcasts and all that the organization does to provide comfort and support to those who are dealing with grief and loss. Mahalo. Thank you.